on, guys. I hope you're out there. It looks like it's working. So if you can see it and the sound, just give me a thumbs up or a yes or something in the chat while I can still talk. It says it's streaming. But don't really know for sure until afterwards. Still got 7 minutes to go before start. It's going to be a bit of a tough one tonight. These boys are all really fit. I say boys because they're all way younger than me. Done a good warm up round the course. It's tough, a couple of tasty little hills, and it's short but quite steep. I tried not to go too crazy, so might have half a chance. These races all go off really quick at the beginning, and the army ones are even worse because these guys are all really fit, or appear to be really fit. Going to check on my contacts to see if it's actually working. Nothing in the chat yet, but my contacts have come back and said it's working, so hey, it must be working. So 3.5 minutes to go. I'll talk anyway, even if nobody else is listening. If you are listening and you're in my age group, 70 odd, then this is the sort of thing that happens in a Zwift race if you've never done it before. This is C category, of course, so if you've never done it before, chances are you'd start off in the D category, which is not quite as bad as this. But when I started in the Ds, I was getting whopped every week in there as well. but you can get better just like you can in real life. Sound is working. That's really good news. Thanks, hon. So I'll try and concentrate now. Do my best to hang in with the group. I won't last very long. I lasted 2 miles in the last race, and that wasn't an army race, so we'll see. It starts off sort of mainly downhill for the first couple of K, so they'll be doubly fast on that, and that's where I tend to lose out more on the downhill bit, so I'll try and hang in as long as I can, see what happens. It's a fairly short event, it's only 9k, only took me 20 minutes to ride round it. I'd imagine the leaders in this will do significantly quicker than that. That may or may not affect me depending on where I am. I've selected yellow kit because I thought it would stand out a little bit more, but it's the kit that the infantry guys are using, which is why I picked it, because I'm ex-infantry from years ago. But there's quite a few of them in there, so I'll be one in the middle of the screen and probably on my own after a while, so we'll see. So 40 seconds to go. Last minute adjustments. Up here just in case, get some kind of bonus thing. I need everything I can get tonight. I think the guys in the army kit are the guys that actually race for the Army Zwift team. So we're off now. We haven't even reached the start line yet, and they're off like the clappers. I'm pushing well over my FTP already, and this is where they'll really go. There's a short uphill coming. And we're down again, and away they go. Whoa, that was super quick. Try and sit in with this guy for a bit, save some energy. Whoa, tough one. There's too much red on that graph, but that's the levels I'm producing just to stay in touch with these guys. Second race is going to be fun. Oh. We catch the guys ahead and they're sensible, we could have a nice little group. Damn, must get it. think that's the worst hill, but it's another one which isn't good either. Stupid boy. He'll come back eventually. Not last for a long way, but still 3.5k to go. A lot can happen. I raced against this guy last time to the finish, EP. Everybody can see the chat. Oh, well done, Callum. I hope you're on your own, mate. Surrounded by a load of army cyclists. Okay, through this bit, around the bend up ahead, and we're into the last mile and a half, mile and 3/4. It's starting to get warm now. It's actually freezing in the shed normally. Might actually have to put a headband on in a minute. Okay, last mile and a half. Comes EP again. Trying to get his own back. I sat on his wheel last time and he still beat me. The weird bike is a Tron, meant to be the fastest, but they're not so good on climbs. I ain't got one, so I don't have to worry about it. You're going away though. Shout out to Pete Wilkins, thank you Pete. Gonna need a lot of that in this last 1.5k. About a mile left now. Normally you want to push it up at the end, last mile, but I'm hanging already. way to go. I think there's another climb yet, little one. I think the guy in front's a civvy. I don't know how he got in, but two seconds back, the next two, you can still pull that, but so we can have this bloke. No. There we go. 48 out of 53. Put an extra second into EP at that last bit, which is handy, but look at the finish times. So I'm 3 minutes slower than the finish times, and he did it in 13 minutes. How you can do that, 4 watts per kilogram, I really don't know. So let's close that and go. And right, look at the timeline. Okay, this gives you an idea where my power was. That's the graph at the bottom, and the red line's my heart rate. So obviously it went right up to 143 at the end, which is good. Critical power, yeah, 1 minute critical power was pretty much bang on what I've done before. Ooh, not quite, not quite. Not quite, but we're getting there. Looks about right to me, but hey. So where my orange line, that's today, meets the grey line, those are my best ever power levels at 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, 5, 10, 20, etc. So you can see from that where you were compared to how you've ridden in the past, because these are all different events. So that's a good guide of what I was doing. I chucked my pedalling in as well, quite low really, averaging sort of probably about 70, which is a bit too low really, but about the best I can do really. So I'm going to save that. Should be a video in there somewhere. Oh yeah, that's right at the end I think. Yeah, so save that. Get some fluid. And whoopie-doo, Zwift's telling me I've got another 2,301 points until the next level, which is 40. And I've done 870 kilometres in the last, according to this, 11 weeks. So I'm saving that. And now I'm going to go into this one. It starts in 10 minutes. But I'm going to stop the stream now because you're probably all getting bored with it. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Callum. And thanks, big shout out to John, Chris Saunders as well. At least somebody's chatting, so that looks good. I've learned something about live streaming. We actually have to set it going yourselves, so I didn't want to do it automatically. You'll see some silly chat coming up on the screen. So I'm going to stop it here. If anybody did like it, particularly the guys in Facebook on the 70 plus group, give us a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments there as well, because it's those guys I'm really aiming at. But Facebook's such a hard thing to promote stuff on, because it just flicks through all the posts really quickly, especially there's a lot of people in the group, which there are. So I'm going to have to look at that in a different way to get at them guys. I really don't like this yellow kit. No. So, thanks again, guys. I'm going to stop now because that'll make it a reasonable length, and I might stream the next one and just I might record the next one and just load that up later. But thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for commenting. Made it feel worthwhile. Wait, there's more. I'm tired. I'm tired just watching. That's right, Callum. Well, you can wait another 7.5 minutes for me to do the next one. I think the next one will be longer because there's a bit more climbing in the next one. Whether that'll be good for me or not, I don't know. That's where I try not to cover myself in energy gel. Oh. Not too bad. Well, next one, Pete, is 10k. It's around the Knickerbocker, which I think is a little bit hillier, but it's only a k longer. But last week it was double the length, but first race was pretty flat, so I'm not sure this week. I think I might reverse my results and do the worst result in the second, where it was the opposite way around last week. Anyway, you guys, Pete and Chris, surprised you're not out there on the machines yourself, but you probably are, just YouTubing at the same time, you boys. You're all that fit. Can't believe the lead rider did it so quick. Incredible. I'll have to put the fan on. Oh, it's better. I'm going to leave it running, I think, just in case anybody is super bored. Don't mind watching an old bloke getting thrashed. So I'll leave it running. See how it goes. Chat says some long powerful sprints in that last race. Didn't see those where I was. I think it starts in the same place, but I don't know where it goes because I haven't ridden this one. Foolish, you might say. I'm having a day off tomorrow. It's about my 8th day straight riding or racing. I'm tired. At least I've sort of got the mic working now. In fact, it's probably a bit too loud, I don't know. Yeah, I do like the hills normally, Pete, but I prefer the longer ones, like the other guy said on Race Chat, you know. Mountains, where I get a chance to catch up with big guys. Not you, obviously, but the rest of them. 2.9, yeah, that's a max actually. That's equal to max. 2.9. So thanks for that. It's interesting how my power outputs on here are very similar to what I actually output on the road, and it's difficult to compare time for time because obviously courses are different. Our local 10 is fairly rolling, and if I ride the rolling one here I'll do a sort of similar sort of time. Okay, just for you people, because I'll keep it going. Remarkably easy to do actually. A few technical things to get the thumbnail right and stuff like that, but actually getting the stream to work is relatively easy. Even without buying a mic you can make it work just with a mic on your PC or whatever. I'm using the camera that came with the screen. The screen because my TV packed in, so I just bought a dedicated screen. But you could just do it with a laptop. The only tricky bits is actually programming an event for in the future. So I set this event up last week. That's the tricky bit. But even that isn't that tricky. You internet savvy guys. Oh. Ah. Okay. Hello there. Never know your luck. There might be a button comes up. That little circle up the top, just to the left of the time. That's where you get your bonus button, so it can give you some more aerodynamics or lightness go at the hill. And then something like this, I need everything I can get, so that's for those of you who don't know Zwift. Okay, off we go again. Speak later. And they still got 5 mad things. Yeah, further back this time. This could end up being a time trial for me. We'll see how we get on. Trouble is, to catch up, you need to push in some massive watts. That ain't gonna happen. So, plan now is to just do what I can, hang in, see if the guy behind me catches, try and sit with him for a bit, see if we catch anybody else. I was pushing 4 watts per kilogram there, which is way over my over my best, but I can't sustain that obviously. Oh, come on. He's just taking it steady, waiting to see what happens. I think this guy. Organiser's talking about what music he's listening to. What's that all about? You look at the two of us on screen now, you see the other guy is bigger. So hills don't suit him quite as much as me, but he's still doing pretty well. I'm talking now because we're riding at a relatively low level for me now. 137, 127, 120. If I could keep going like that, I'd be happy. I'm still pushing more than he is when I have that gap. If you look at the little graphic in the top right, you'll see the nature of the course ahead, and I think I'm the graph along the bottom of it. I'm the orange marker on it, and equally I'm the orange marker on the map as well. We've got somebody just behind us, I think. Well, it doesn't tell me that on screen, but it looks like it. Apparently I'm last, so somebody must have dropped out. Of course, the result you get at the finish doesn't actually necessarily relate to the final result, because some of these guys might not be registered in Zwift Power, which is where you get your results from. and if they're not, then they don't appear. Amazing, isn't it? I thought Central Park was flat, which is where we are. Apparently not. Never having been there in real life. Thanks for your encouragement, guys. That tells you what the gradient is as well at the top right. If it goes much above 8, then I'll change gear into the lower range. Otherwise I'll hang in where I am, try and grizz it out. Going left here, I think it goes up again. I don't really want to risk any lower on this thing. Not that long, so thanks, Chris. Nice to get a bit of encouragement. Near the top now, so I'm not going to change down any further. Even though I've gone into 9s, I just grizz it out. So pulled a second or 20 metres on the guy behind there, purely down to the fact that he struggles on the hills. And if you're lightweight, it's about, unless you're massively strong as well like Ed Leverick, if you're lightweight, that's about the only advantage you've got. Because in the flat races, the big boys are going to give you some stick. He's coming back at me now because it's got flatter. There he goes. Oh, come on now. Try and hang on if I can. Okay, massive ridge spike just catching him up. Come on. Come up to half distance now. Thanks, Suze. I saw that there. There we go. And he'll come back again now. Now we're down to the negatives. It's only a short bit and we go back up again. Thanks, Susie. Targeting these things to try and not come last, but in the army races that's next to impossible. This guy is hanging in now, but when it comes to the end, if it's flatter, he's just going to drop me. Just what happened in the first race last week. Here he goes again. That's the top of the next climb. That's the last serious one. There's one more nearer the finish where the leaders are now. Instantly lost him. Come on. Always helps if you concentrate. That clanking, something going down the back there somewhere. I'm going to have a look at that. Okay, we've come to the last serious climb now. Not serious, but the last climb. Thanks, Susie. Surprised you can't hear it. So here we go. I can make an effort to put a little bit of distance in here as we go up here. We can do that. Might have a chance to stay with him. Nah, he's pushing as well. Oh, bloody hell. Famous people give me a like. Thanks, Lizzie. Personal on that sprint then. I wasn't even trying because he's pulling me along so quick. Ah, 2k to go. Oh. Oh, catching somebody. Oh no, I hate this. This is a ridiculous part of Zwift. Come on, top. Love that. .8k to go. More hills as well. I didn't expect that. So we've dropped the Welsh infantry guy. Not last is what I want, Susie, not last. Oh, a few stragglers up there now. Oh, got James down for that. It's too much. Oh! Gear failure. It's a bit of a bugger. Lost a second just on that gear failure. Oh, EP. Come on. This is a bit more my style, Pete. Just can't go any lower gear without having a failure on the big ring. I'm going to go low. See what happens. Not going to catch the lad in front now, but get a lot closer, which is good. Just try and hold off EP, so I know he's good in a sprint. See the barrier there? See the banner coming now? Thanks, Pete. Uphill finish. He's got to go in front of him. Flipping heck. Thought that was the barrier. Backed you off. Come on. There we go. 46 though. I'm happy with that. Organiser was second, 4 seconds down on the, no sorry, 4 minutes down, no 4 seconds down on the guy in front, and I am 46, nearly 5 minutes down, 22:57 now, happy with that. I guess the other guys are still coming in. I'm going downhill now, so I'll end that because it'll give me a false thingy. End ride. That's all the timeline this time. Ah! Bugger, I missed it. Oh. Damn. Ditch that one. Go for that one instead. Do a save. So I did quite a few drops there. So what I normally do now is go into and do something really easy. I might do that in a minute, 10 minutes just to warm down, but before I do that, I want to just have a quick look and see what Strava says. Now let's go for Training Peaks and see what that says. don't know if you can see that, you probably can't. But so that second one, I actually got some personal best on power. I got a third best 5 minute and a second best 10 minute, so that was good. And heart rate, I got 4 goods on there, including a best 5 minute, a best 10 minute, and overall heart rate was 157, which is getting up towards the max I've ever had. So interesting. I'm going to try and take that over there as well. Maybe you'll be able to see that. Let's go back into there. You still all with me? There we go. Now you can't see it, so anyway, I'm going to do a cool down now, guys, so thanks for your 3.15 minute, yeah, thanks Pete. That was the next one, Chris. There's only 2, I don't think I could do 3. Thanks Callum. Thanks Susie, thanks for all the encouragement, guys, it really was helpful. It's nice to see the comments, and sorry I couldn't talk a bit more, but there were times when I was really struggling. So if there's anybody from the 70+ group watching and it was worth watching, give us a like, make a comment, say who you were in the comments section underneath the video, hopefully you can see it. And I'll definitely do this again. Maybe not get quite as many people watching me next time. So have a good evening, guys, and I'll speak to you later, Callum.